Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your EA Sports college football coaching journey. Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game in Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports. Built into the side of a mountain, you literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. The Buffaloes ready to kick it away first. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
Here we go, ready.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking downfield, it's Boley. Out wide right, it's Anderson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long.
Ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. inside. It's Young. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Setting up the screen. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
First down, 10 yards to go. Lewis to throw. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
2nd and long here. Throwing. Lewis. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Pass to 10. Touchdown, ASU. The defense takes matters into its own hands. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Lewis. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
Lewis wants to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
And this crowd is losing it, frenzied after the back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Lewis to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying to get started. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're all over it, and he never had a chance.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Go.
Handoff for Brown. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes, but man, you love a QB that on third down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Flying down the right side. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie.
Number 35, set to kick it away.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got the first down. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. First down, right back to Brown. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback changing the play. Back to throw, it's Bolden. Gets rid of it. Left side, it's Brown. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10.
Red 54, red 54.
They'll give it to Brown. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
And the Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air, it's Bowling. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted and room to run. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Colorado. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7.
And how about the cherry on the Sunday? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. On the delay, it's Young. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They give it back to him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
And the Buffaloes looking to convert on fourth down. Needs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Welsh. Got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back can get some positive yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's there to make the stop. To pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Throwing, Lewis. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffs. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Rush right in his face. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
The Sun Devils peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Powers through the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
2nd down, going to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Turns it upfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Look out! And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. To the air, it's Boley. Right side, it's Moss. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here they come, going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. On play action. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Welch. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Churns into the pile. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting 1st half, fellas. And an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 8 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Fighting Irish getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. They now move to 9-0 on the season, one of the best starts in the history of the program.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
wants to throw. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be an 8-yard loss. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Atkins. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
Kick is in the air. Making his first move. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Boley. Oh, pressure's coming. Flips it out to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Lewis. Got a man. It's Moore. On the move is the 30. There he goes. The 30. The 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Number 35. Set to kick this one away.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Boley. Under pressure. He'll throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense does.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Arizona State! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Rides to the back. Shakes off the defender. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football?
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
A nice job by the defense swarming to the football. And anytime you're having the ball being pitched or you're having a lateral on the play, you want to get to that guy who's doing it, hit him, make that thing bounce all over the place.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Lewis to throw. Williams open on the right side. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Lewis to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Welsh. Still on his feet at the 45. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He'll be dropped.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Lewis. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Punt is in the air. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Drops back. It's Smoley. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They'll give it to Robinson. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to their line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They'll try to get it through the air. Out wide left, it's Robinson. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Right side, it's Harris.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's a give to Robinson. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Robinson again.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Left side, it's Robinson. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right here.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Robinson. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Out wide right, it's Harris. Touchdown ASU! A extra point coming, it would give them the lead late. And they take the lead, and now in the waning moments, they're so close to a win. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Lewis. He wants a big play here late. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Lewis wants to pass. Throwing right. Got his man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Gain of 16. That's a first down for the offense.